Well, my name is Comrade Mukhtar Gidado. I'm the Special Advisor Media to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State. Well, this question is cumbersome. It's so large, taking into cognizance Senator Bala A Mohammed is a technocrat, a one-time senator, a one-time minister of the Federal Republic, and by the special grace today, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, courtesy a mandate given to him by the entire Illustrious of Bauchi State. When he was a civil servant, he rose within the ranks from level 08 at the Federal Service to level 17, that is, director in the Federal Service, before he retired and ventured into politics. But before he even joined the Federal Civil Service, Bala Mohammed had a stint in journalism profession. He worked with the then Mirage newspaper, the news agency of Nigeria, and he has performed excellently well as a journalist. And I am glad to say that up to this moment, Bala Mohammed is very proud to associate himself with the media profession, and he really cherished the profession, and he is calling himself still as a journalist. And he worked in several places, that is federal ministries, parastatals, while he was at the Federal Service. He was a cabinet secretary. He was a secretary, he was a personal assistant to the minister. He was director in many ministries of the federal government. And he rose to the rank of director, as I earlier said, before he retired as a director and ventured into politics and contested the senatorial seat of the Bauchi South Senatorial District, where he defeated an incumbent governor, the governor of Bauchi State, Dr. Ahmed Adamu. When he was at the Senate, it was a well-known fact that Governor Bala Mohammed was not a bench warmer. He represented his constituency very well. He had some bills and motion to his credit. He was even the architect of what we call today Nigeria as a doctrine of necessity. You recall that when late Umaru Musa Rajua of blessed memory died, Nigeria was in quagmire. It was Bala Mohammed and his likes proposed a doctrine of necessity, where the immediate past President Goodluck Jonathan came on board. And as God will have it, Bala Mohammed was nominated by Goodluck Jonathan to become the Minister of the FCT. And as the Minister of the FCT, one of the longest serving ministers of the FCT, about 6 years, since the creation of Nigeria or the establishment of the FCT, Bala Mohammed has been the longest serving minister in the FCT. And in the FCT, the record has shown that as the minister, he has done quite marvelously well in many areas, revolutionizing the water sector of the FCT, road construction, updating and equally maintaining the Abuja master plan, and maintaining the sanity and serenity of the capital city, as well as many innovations created by Governor Bala Mohammed. And that impetus actually gave him the exposure and the wherewithal to man effectively the Ministry of the Federal Capital Territory. And even at then had the confidence of the then president, immediate past President Goodluck Jonathan, where he initiated policies that had direct bearing on the people of Nigeria, especially this issue of land swap. When Bala Mohammed was on board, there was this issue of land swap, and it was the betterment of the Nigerian populace. And you also recall that not far from now, the government of Muhammadu Buhari also adopted the same policy of land swap. Hitherto, Bala Mohammed had been castigated that the policy of land swap was to the detriment of Nigeria. But fortunately, he has been vindicated because even the present government of Muhammadu Buhari has adopted the same policy. So I want to applaud Governor Bala A Mohammed for his policies, for his tremendous efforts in the area of infrastructural development and revolutionizing the infrastructural sector in Abuja. If you look at educational sector, health sector, all Bala Mohammed has done his best. And before he left the FCT as a minister, he left it better than where he made it. Bala Mohammed contested the position of the governor of Bauchi State in 2019, and he defeated the incumbent governor. And this is because of the trust and confidence the people of Bauchi State had in him, has in his ability to deliver. I want to say without missing word, the people of Bauchi State has given him their mandate, believing that Bala Mohammed is a messiah, that he will take them, he will take Bauchi to the better level, and that since assumption of office about 2 years ago, if you look at the master plan, if you look at what Bauchi State is today, if you compare it in the last 2 or 3 years back, I want to say that, as the Hausa people say, "Kwalliya ta biya kudin sabulu." Bala Mohammed, when he came on board, he constituted a committee, and that committee, headed by a professor, a learned person, Professor Bugaji of Arewa Research, and they gave him a blueprint. That is in addition to the plan he had even before he contested the governor. Under that blueprint and the manifestos of Bala Mohammed and the PDP actually gave him the lead way to revolutionize the industrial, to revolutionize Bauchi State in many parcels. Take road construction now. Within 100 days of his administration, Bala Mohammed awarded 5 major roads. 1, the road from Nitel Junction, former Nitel Junction in Gombe Road, to Assembly Quarters and to Turum. The road has been completed and people are now using this road. The road from Miri to Sabon Kaura to Abubakar Tafawa University Link Road awarded and even commissioned by the former President Goodluck Jonathan, and people are really benefiting and using this particular road. 2 roads in Azare, one hospital road and the other one now fully completed, and people are really benefiting. And Akuyansa, the road too, the road has been completed. Even the road has been extended to Sade town, where rural roads inside the town many roads were constructed, and people are really happy. And the last but not the least is 57-kilometer road from Burga to Elwanduguri Road, which is a Bajil land, about 8-point-something billion naira. The road is 95% completion now. All these roads were awarded within the first quarter of his early administration, that's 3 months into his administration, and all these roads are now completed and people are. So apart from those roads, there are many other roads inside Bauchi urban renewal. If you will go to Sade, apart from Sade Township, we have now Sade Township Road, we have Disina Township Road, we have Bununu Township Roads. Then the road that was abandoned by the immediate past administration from Misau to Gamawa has been completed by the governor. If you come to Bauchi Metropolis, 3 major roads were abandoned by the immediate past administration. One, CBN runabout to railway, is now 18 of the past. Administration of Governor Bala Mohammed has completed it. Then the road from Awala Junction to Miri, the construction firm are now back on site. Work has reached advanced at about 85% completion now. Then there is also another road. I think it is also now being completed. So the urban renewal of Governor Bala Mohammed, township roads of Bauchi, about 5 township roads, compensation were paid, and 2 out of the 5 have been completed, 3 are ongoing. So this is just to mention but a few. The road revolution in Bauchi State is unprecedented. And people, the electors of Bauchi State are really applauding Governor Bala Mohammed that he has fulfilled his promise in that area. When you come to the water sector, the Bauchi metropolis, in the last 10 years, this perennial water shortage has been alarming, and has been the order of the day. And when Governor Bala Mohammed came, he found out that there was a World Bank assisted program which the previous administration entered into, but because of I don't know what, but they could not be able actually to harness and secure the money, the loan. But when Governor Bala Mohammed came on board, actually, he saw the need to get the people of Bauchi out of this quagmire, and that is immediately sworn into action. And now people have seen the difference in the area of water. The contract has been completed, and Bauchi metropolis and its environs can now boast of having a potable drinking water. This is a credit to the government of Bala Mohammed only in the 2 years of his stewardship. In the area of health, you see how Governor Bala Mohammed paid the counterpart funding of donor agencies, particularly Bill and Melinda Foundation, Aliko Dangote Foundation, UNICEF, and that we have about 135 primary health centers that were either upgraded, renovated, hospital equipments and medicine was supplied. During the recently visit conducted by the governor and his team across the 20 local government areas, journalists were able to assess and see how the government of Bala Mohammed injected a new lease of life into the hitherto collapsed health sector in Bauchi State. And apart from that, Bala Mohammed has also awarded contract for the construction of some general hospitals like in Warji, like in Dambam, and the upgrading of some primary health centers also. So the health sector has also received a boost from the government of Bala Mohammed. In the area of agriculture, you see how fertilizer has been supplied in 2019, 2020, and 2021 through the launching of state farm fertilizer sale and launching of the state farming season. And recently, Governor Bala Mohammed had injected money into the Bauchi Fertilizer Company, where the company has been given a loan, and that I think it has started production. And very soon, the issue of shortage of fertilizer will be a thing of the past in Bauchi State. In the area of youth empowerment, you have seen where Governor Bala Mohammed has purchased 1,000 tricycles and was distributed to the youths of Bauchi State. And it has cuts across the 3 senatorial districts. And this is because of the fact that because of COVID-19, the government has banned the operation of Achaba. And most of these keke napep were given to the youths that have been redundant as a result of the ban of Achaba. So 1,000 keke napep have been distributed, and in addition to the 154 Toyota, one brand Toyota Sharon purchased for the National Road Transport Workers that was given to them as a loan, a subsidized loan, inshallah, and that they have actually been on road, all the vehicles, and they have been applauding the governor for fulfilling his promise. And apart from that, Bala Mohammed has also started capacity empowerment. We had done it in 4 local governments now, distribution of equipments and money, cash, in 4 local governments of Zaki, Gamawa, Darazo, and Ganjua. And very soon we are going to Bogoro and Tapawa Paleo local government, where cash, motorcycles, and vehicles and other small-scale facilities were distributed to the people. In the area of education, through the instrumentality of a dogged and committed Commissioner of Education, the immediate past Commissioner of Education, Dr. Aliu Tilde, the educational sector in Bauchi has come back to its limelight, where in the last 2 years, the Commissioner was able to sanitize the educational sector in Bauchi State. Hitherto, before the advent of this administration, teachers have not been reporting and teaching the pupils in their respective secondary schools, junior secondary school and primary schools. But when Dr. Tilde came and introduced several reforms in the ministry, particularly issue of thumbprint when you report to duty, issue of sanitizing the food ration system in the secondary school, issue of nominal roles, issue of infrastructural facilities in the institutions. I think people of Bauchi State are really applauding Dr. Tilde, and even the enrollment of pupils into schools, it has now increased tremendously. When we came on board, it has been realized that there are 1.5 million out of school children. That was in 2019. But as in 2021, the ratio has really dropped drastically. And this is courtesy of the government of Bala Mohammed because of the innovation of the Commissioner, the immediate past Commissioner of Education, Dr. Tilde. Similarly, in the area of primary schools, constructions, upgrade and renovations, Governor Bala Mohammed has constructed more than 400 primary blocks of classrooms and renovated more than 300 and purchased desks and chairs, that is furnitures in the primary schools and junior secondary school for worth about more than 6 billion naira. That is through the collaboration that's between UBEP and SUBEP. SUBEP pay 50% and UBEP pay 50%. So Governor Bala Mohammed is up and doing in the area of payment of counterpart funding and is yielding positive result in the administration of Governor Bala Mohammed in Bauchi. So far so good in the area of education too. In the area of security too, His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed has provided 50 utility healers vans to the security agencies because of the level of security. And it has been adjudged that Bauchi State has been adjudged as one of the peaceful states in the northern part of the country. And Bauchi being the gateway of the states in the northeastern sub-region, and because of the security challenges that Borno, Yobe, Adamawa is facing, Bauchi is peaceful, and people have been migrating from these volatile areas to Bauchi. So our population has really increased from 4 million to 5 million, we're about 7 million. And that all our infrastructural facilities and equipment have been overstretched because of the inflows of the IDPs. That was even why Venerable Ahmad expanded the scope of water and also is opening up the state through his policy of urban renewal. In the area of housing, Governor Bala Mohammed has secured a loan through a collaboration of family homes and is constructing 2,500 houses. And this house has been cut across 6 emirates. Bauchi has been given 1,500. The remaining 1,000 has been distributed to Katagun, Misau, Ningi, Jamare, and that's emirates. And some of the housing units have been completed, others have reached advanced stages of completion. So this is the policy of Governor Bala Mohammed to take low-income earners of the populace out of this quagmire, of this doldrum of lack of housing. And that there is a policy of the global policy of housing for all by the year 2030. So inshallah, the people of Bauchi State will get out of this problem, inshallah, by this policy of Governor Bala Mohammed to provide affordable housing to its people. So these are some of the areas in a nutshell. There are many, many more. If I can take you along that will take a lot of time. But I want to say that so far so good. In the last 2 years of his administration, there are a lot of collaboration, there are a lot of induction meetings, and you also recall that Governor Bala Mohammed has awarded contract for the construction of a new government house. Even this office that we are with, recording this program with you, is a new concept of Governor Bala Mohammed, where a 6.12 billion naira contract has been approved. This one is a Bauchi State Government House Annex. That is part of the government house that will be constructed in the next 2 years. So this annex has been completed and it has got a lot of money, like let's say 550 million. So the main governor's office, inshallah, will start in the next 2-3 weeks. You can see outside the other side of the government house, the International Conference Center has reached advanced stage of a 4-story building. The government office is a 1-story building, and this contract sum of 6.12 billion naira consists of the governor's office, International Conference Center, this government house, and that is the first phase. It will also consist of governor's aid accommodation, that is their houses, then their mosques, as well as a clinic. So by the end of this first tranche of Governor Bala Mohammed's leadership, people of Bauchi State will definitely see wonders. We'll have a new and befitting government house that will be proud of each and every citizen of Bauchi State. So these are some of the innovations. And Governor Bala Mohammed, because of his exposure, because of the fact that he worked as a federal, at the federal government level, a minister, a senator, he has the exposure, and he believed that if you want to govern very well, you must carry everybody along. That is the government of Bala Mohammed. That is what he has been doing in the last 2 years of his administration. And I want to say that the people of Bauchi State are seeing, are watching, and they have believed that they have elected a person who have the interest of the state and the interest of his people at heart. What we expect from people with their collective support and prayers, so that the remaining 2 years of his first tenure as the governor of Bauchi State will witness unprecedented development that will usher in another 4 years that they will give him their mandate, so that at the end of his 8 years of his leadership as the governor of Bauchi State, we will see unprecedented development, and Bauchi State will become a new Bauchi, inshallah. My prayer for my leader, for my mentor, for the governor of Bauchi State, I pray that God should continue to give him good health, long life, and should continue to give him the wisdom, the focus, and the foresight to continue to administer the affairs of Bauchi State to greater heights. That is number one. And number two, there are agitations by the people of Bauchi State, by the people of Nigeria, that Governor Bala Mohammed should contest the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria comes 2023. A lot of people, a lot of groups, associations, political groups, NGOs, and what have you. And this is because, this is cognizance of the fact that Governor Bala Mohammed has done quite marvelously well when he was a senator, he was a minister, and now that he is a governor, he is performing excellently well. And people have seen a hope in him. That is why people have been calling him to be #1 citizen of Nigeria, because they have believed that if he occupies the position of the president, Nigeria will be a better place to live. Bala Mohammed, his answer to that was that, being the fact that Nigeria is a large constituency, he will consult. He has friends as ministers, because he was a minister, he has been a former minister, he was a civil servant up to the rank of Daro. He said he will consult the civil servants because he has friends as directors, as permanent secretary, retired directors, retired permanent, he must consult them. He said he must also consult his colleagues when he was a minister, cabinet minister. Senator, he has his friends that are legislators, he must consult them. He has also his family, and he also has, most importantly, his constituency, the people of Bauchi State. He must consult them to know that whether it is their desire for him to leave Bauchi State but now to venture into the politics of contesting the presidency of this country. So he is still consulting, and by the time he finishes his consultation, he will definitely make his position known. So my prayer for him as people of faith, so we pray that God should choose the best for him. We pray that God should be his guide, and whatever God chooses for him is the best. And we hope and pray that the people of Bauchi will equally help him in prayers, with support, cooperation, and understanding, so that the sky shall always be his limit. Thank you very much.